I look good, I look good, I look exactly the way you wish you could. I look good, I look good.
Welcome to your Daily Shot on Yahoo. I'm Allie Wentworth. Brandon Stanton is the man behind the wildly popular blog Humans of New York, and he's here to tell us how he captures the spirit of the city in his photographs. I'm very excited to have you here because I love these photographs. You interviewed over, what, 10,000 people?
I've probably stopped about 10,000 people on the streets. I've probably interviewed about 5,000. A lot of people don't want to participate in the process, as you can imagine.
Do you ask first, or do you take first and then ask?
I always ask for a photo first, and then I explain that I'm going to do an interview. You know, I don't walk up to somebody and say, "Hi, can I take your picture?" and then ask you about the saddest moment of your life. Right.
What story touched you the most? You must have one that kind of hit deep.
There was one time I was photographing, it was just pouring down rain. Its context is important in this. It's Columbus Circle, just pouring down rain. I see this like 80-year-old woman coming towards me with this very bright umbrella. And so I took her photograph, and I got under the umbrella with her and started talking to her. And I said, if you could give one piece of advice to a large group of people, what would you say? And she had the voice of the narrator of the Titanic, and just rain's pouring down around us. And she said, "I'll tell you what my husband told me when he was dying." I said, "Mo, how am I going to live without you?" And he said, "Take the love that you have for me and spread it around." And then, so I said, "Thank you very much." And then I just turned the corner, and I was just like, "Oh, God." And yeah.
I mean, what are the odds that you would get that just from going under somebody's umbrella and asking them a question?
Well, and that's the shocking things about Humans in New York is it happens every day.
Yeah.
Whether it's somebody telling me about their battle with cancer, or somebody even telling me how they were molested as a child, the bravery and the willingness to disclose of people on the street, that's what, makes Humans of New York so special, is that you have these photos of these people you pass every day on the street, and then coupled with these like startlingly honest revelations about
But that says a lot about you, because not everybody can go up to somebody and have them tell them that they were molested as a kid. There's a certain comfort, obviously, in you that allows people to say that.
If I was to define that, I would say it was genuine interest.
Right.
Because it always, and I feel like this has kind of been the same way, it always starts as an interview. But if I'm doing a good job, after about a minute it becomes a conversation. That's when I find that people, are the most honest and the most open.
To every one person that talks to you, there must be 20, because we're New Yorkers, that just go, "I don't have time for this, I don't want to talk to you."
You'd be surprised.
Really? How come no one talks to me when I'm trying to talk to people?
I would say less than 1 out of 3 people say no.
And what have you learned through this journey?
I guess the similarity of our struggles, I guess, it seems like everything I'm going through, there's a parallel on Humans of New York.
God, that's so interesting. And now there's a lot of dogs scattered through here.
I love dogs.
Well, who doesn't love a dog?
Dogs.
And you have a great story about how you got your dog.
Right. I have a dog named Susie. She is 13 years old. I actually found her through Humans of New York. I never had a dog before. And I was walking in Brooklyn with my camera, and I saw this dog, and she's a very interesting dog. So I photographed her, and I went back on the blog, and I said, I just found the best dog in New York. And then about a week later, I was walking through the same neighborhood, and her owner came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, I saw you photographing my dog.
Yeah.
I can't take care of her anymore. Would you like her? And so that's how I got the greatest dog in New York.
New York is your town.
The town's been good to me. I don't really, and it's just like that's the beautiful thing about New York. It's always refreshing. It's always turning over. So it's not like I'm going to run out of material.
No, I think Humans of Paramus, New Jersey doesn't really have a ring to it. That was your Daily Shot. Pick up a copy of Brandon's book, Humans of New York, and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Yahoo!